Everyone, it's been a long time, but I'm back. And when I got back, my inbox and my discussion forums were full of questions, not just about the video game reviews I've been doing, but also the movie reviews, and about me personally. So, I thought I'd take some time, just before I got back to playing Final Fantasy VIII, I know you've all been waiting for that, to answer some questions that you've all had about me, and to respond to some of the comments, both positive and negative, mostly negative, that I've received over the months. So, without further ado, here we go.
546 Snake asks, when is the new video gonna come out?
See, that's the great part about these reviews. I love that you guys love the reviews. You know, it's really flattering to see that everyone wants to see more. But I think what's really funny is that most people say, when's your next review going to come out? They always say, when is the next part of Final Fantasy VIII going to come out? Which says to me a lot of things. It says to me that they either like to really hear me bitch about Final Fantasy VIII because they too were as scarred as I was by Final Fantasy VIII, or they get so enraged about me bitching about one of their favorite games that it's like, I can't fucking believe this guy doesn't like Final Fantasy VIII. Fuck this guy! Is he gonna say any more? Because I am so just beginning to get pissed off at him. So, and the thing is, like, I have been actually putting off Final Fantasy VIII for such a long time. I mean, it's been 2 months, but I have been keeping busy, and actually I was working on Final Fantasy VIII. I was working on another game review, and from the beginning, my game reviews have run into technical problems. Like, I've just had endless trouble getting video capture from anything except the Nintendo Entertainment System, because I emulated it. I mean, I own the games for the most part, but I usually emulated it. I couldn't get video capture from the SNES. I couldn't get it, especially from the N64, and the emulation I found for both of those was just horrendous. I use a special kind of software to record video game footage from other from other emulators, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So eventually what I decided to do was get a piece of hardware that allows me to hook in the consoles directly into my computer. And that took a really long time to get working, but I think I do actually have it working now. Plus, I also wanted to really expand kind of the scope of my reviews. I just didn't want to do Nintendo. I wanted to do other things, because there's bad games on every console. Nintendo was just kind of one of the easiest to get. One in particular was the N64, and I think we can all think of several games on the N64 that were just horrendously bad. Another one is the Sega CD. I think we've only scratched the surface on how bad the Sega CD can get, and I'm going to get there, because I've finally just managed to secure myself a Sega CD, and I've worked out a way to capture footage from it. Not as easy as you might think without special hardware. But I have also been doing other things that have distracted me a lot lately. One of them being my continued failed job search. I actually may have a job, not a full-time job, but ironically I may be getting a job at a dinner theater soon, acting, which I find really surprising, because acting was like the last thing I thought I would ever be doing in the immediate future. I've been trying to find IT jobs and stuff like that. The other thing was, after my last Final Fantasy VIII session, I really needed to recharge my batteries, because I was incredibly burned out. That game is so bad, and especially after my failure to capture footage from another N64 game, the entire thing just went tits up. I couldn't get any footage from it, and everything. I spent like 4 hours on this game, and nothing I got turned out. So I was really pissed off. I was mad at myself. I was mad at the computer. So I needed to take some time and play some good games for a change. The game I decided to play, this is going to make you laugh, but if you've played it, you know what I'm talking about. Betrayal at Krondor is the most fucking unbelievably good game ever. Betrayal at Krondor, made by Sierra and Dynamics. It's actually abandonware, like the only legal abandonware you can really find. If you can find it, download it, play it. You just get DOSBox. It works like a dream, okay? Believe me, you will find few better RPGs out nowadays there may not be any. I mean, the simplicity and yet the scope of it is just mind-boggling. Like, Neverwinter Nights is fucking clown shoes, okay? Betrayal at Krondor, I wish they actually made a sequel to Krondor worth of shit. Like, there was like a Betrayal at Antara, it was just awful stuff. And yeah, I spent like a week playing Krondor. What else did I play? I played a lot of XCOM. I went back and I played that. Actually, not as good as I remember. It is still an excellent game, but it really annoys me sometimes how blind your characters are and how such bad shots they are for being an international special forces squad. Plus, no night vision? Are you fucking kidding me? None? And, you know, it's nitpicky. It's still a really great game. I've got great stories. And how do they never make a multiplayer version of that, like either co-op or competitive? I know they kind of made one that's like open source, but you never really hear about it, and I don't know if it's any good. Anyway, after that I've also been writing. I've been doing a lot of writing, movie reviews. If you hadn't checked it out, look for the link to my website. I do a lot of movie reviews. I had been kind of neglecting it for a while. So I did a bunch of movie reviews for Iron Eagle, and I posted a bunch of older movie reviews that I had done before on my website. Really, check it out. If you like bad movies or you like hearing people bitch about bad movies, it's really worth a look. I mean, I've got a really active discussion community down there, and it's unique. If you've never seen anything like that before, it really might hook you. So I definitely check that out. Next question!
One Winged Angel 1988 says, pathetic, mate. Actually posting a video trying to enforce your opinions on other people. Truly amazing how retarded you are, and get your fucking facts right about GFs and gunblades. Gunblades are designed to shoot when you strike, G-tard. And espers are like GFs, not the other way around, dick diver.
I don't really know what to say to that, but G-tard, I am so stealing that, dude.
Vale asks, was the most awe-inspiring moment of brilliance or stupidity you have ever witnessed?
Master, sir, I heard Yoda talking about midichlorians. I've been wondering, what are midichlorians?
Midichlorians are a microscopic life form that resides within all living cells.
They live inside me.
Inside your cells, yes. And we are symbionts with them.
Symbionts?
Life forms living together for mutual advantage. Without the midichlorians, life could not exist, and we would have no knowledge of the Force. They continually speak to us, telling us the will of the Force. When you learn to quiet your mind, you'll hear them speaking to you.
I don't understand.
With time and training, Annie, you will.
Kami Catgirl asks, you circumcised? Tekken Lord writes in to say, damn, you're such a dumbass. You can just set her options to memory so you don't have to draw every time individually, dumb fool. Just set her setting thingy to memory, dumb bitch, and tape the X button down with something, heavier tape, or a real asshole, dumbass.
I am Tekken Lord. I am the Lord of Tekken. I will air juggle your ass. Ah!
Mariel asks, if you could put the designs on toilet paper, what would you put on there?
Toilet paper. Uwe Boll.
Nightshade 759 asks, if you could fight any historical figure, who would it be?
I've always felt like I could take L. Ron Hubbard.
Chris asks, bent you nog vaker? Ja, het is wat me die zevjed. Bijzonder onenhoeded voor zondag zieden new video game reviews, the angry video game nerd.
How do you even know what I'm saying?
Vale also asks, if you could kill any single human being without negative consequences, who would it be, and would you bother urinating on their grave?
Again, Uwe Boll. And that's not all I'd do on his grave.
Mogri Million says, you're stupid, video maker.
You're stupid stuff.
Demented Fellow asks, is it okay that I have a man crush on you?
Hey, if it's okay for me to have a man crush on Kevin Sorbo, it is all right for you, young man.
Yashan Yule asks, you think the Gunblade is stupid, but what is your opinion on the Keyblade?
See, the Keyblade never really bothered me all that much for a couple reasons. One, it actually looks like they're going somewhere with this. Have you seen the stuff for the latest game? But also, at the same time, it is a little bit more cartoonish. I mean, we are talking about the crossover of Square and Disney. Now, I never really got that. I'm one of those sticks in the mud that never really understood the appeal of that. I personally pretty much hated every version of Kingdom Hearts. But I can understand why people like that one. I really can. There is a certain amount of appeal. I mean, who hasn't looked at a certain game and said, this game needs more Tron?
Donovan161 says, hey, here's a thought. Fuck you! Yeah, fuck you too!